Panda, panda, panda. I got in Atlanta, just to be in the family. Credit cards in the scammers, hitting the licks in the van. Legacies, family, I ain't see them like a panda. Going out like a Montana, money killers on their hands. Legacies.
I'm Kevin.
And I'm Jamie, and we're going to talk to you today about the Caucasian leopard.
And the Caucasus hotspot.
But first, we're going to talk about the Caucasus hotspot. It's located in Turkey, Iran, Armenia, Russia, and Azerbaijan.
Now, the Caucasus is home to a lot of beautiful species, a lot of beautiful forests, as well as a lot of mountaintops. And a lot of the species are actually endangered right now because of several reasons. But the main species we're going to talk to you about today is the Caucasian leopard. The Caucasian leopard is really a beautiful species, but there's a lot of things and factors that's causing it to go extinct. It's really just three main factors: poaching, the military, in all four of the countries kind of being everywhere, and also deforestation. But first, I'm going to talk to you about military. So, with the military being everywhere, what I mean by that is, of course the military is going to be all over the country trying to protect their own country. But the military, one thing that they really don't care too much about is where they build their bases or their setups or anything. So what they'll do is to build a base, they'll cut down forests and destroy habitats to build their base. Now, although they are protecting their country, it's really not good for the environment, and especially for the Caucasian leopard. Because it's destroying its home, and also it's destroying the home of its prey. And when the home of its prey is destroyed, they'll start to die off, and then the Caucasian leopard will have nothing to eat. So the second thing I want to talk to you guys about is poaching. Now, this is a hunting rifle. This has to do with what poaching is. So let's talk about that. Poaching is the illegal hunt or overfishing of a certain species or that kind of stuff. So the Caucasian leopard is is endangered because of poaching. Now, typically with people, poachers, they try to hunt for exotic creatures because they're worth more money. And since there's only 1,300 suspected 1,300 Caucasian leopards left in the Caucasian area, it makes them very valuable, and it's a higher target for poachers to go after. So that's definitely something we gotta stop. So how is this even affecting the leopard? Well, when they're cutting down pieces of the forest, it's destroying its habitat and also its prey's habitat. I mentioned that a little bit earlier when I was talking. But when it destroys its habitat, it has nowhere else to go, so it can't really stay too safe throughout the night or anything like that. When it destroys its prey's habitat, it's destroying the same exact thing as the leopard. And when it kills it'll start to kill off their prey. And when it kills their prey, the leopard will really have nothing left to prey on, which will eventually lead to killing the leopard. But now let's talk about our plan to fix all of this.
Okay, so seeing that these are really big problems, we want to come up with good solutions to prevent any of this from happening and worsening the extinction in the future. So for our first problem, which was poaching, we're going to set higher regulation standards and repercussion standards so that people won't want to come in and hunt as much, and it will make the problem better, hopefully not worse. And then for the second part of that solution, we're going to put military guards around in all the areas so they can regulate who comes in and comes out so people aren't hunting all the time.
Oh, really?
You gotta leave. Bye. Have fun. Go hunt somewhere else. Okay, exactly what I mean. And then we're also, for people that want to come in for scientific research, they need to get in contact with the Caucasus Department of Science and work out all of their issues with them. So when they do come in, they won't get yelled at or anything, and so they can do their research and leave, just so they're not disrupting the environment or anything. So the second part of our plan involves the military of the specific countries in the Caucasus. And pretty much this is where our stakeholders come in. They're going to come in and say, okay, we'll pay you X amount of dollars so that you can move out of their base areas that they've built in the Caucasus that are harming the animals, especially the Caucasian leopard, and then they can rebuild those areas, make sure they're as good as new as they were before they got there, and then they're going to go move them somewhere else so they can still get their training and we still get our...
That's right, I want my money. I want money.
Here's your money, go away! For the third and final part of our solution plan, it involves deforestation. Basically, all we're going to be doing is putting in stricter regulations to try and prevent people from cutting down trees, because it's not only bad for the environment, but also for the Caucasian leopard. And the last part about deforestation is that we're going to get a law passed that states if you take up a tree or plant or anything, then... What are we doing here?
Cutting down trees.
Okay.
What are you doing?
So, I'm talking about the new law that was put in place.
What's
You're
the
not
law?
allowed to cut down trees.
Okay. I can.
No, you
I
can't.
don't have to do anything about it though, once I do cut it down.
Yes, you do. The new law states that you cannot cut down trees without planting anything in its place.
So you mean I have to do more work?
Yes, you do. A little while ago we mentioned something about stakeholders, and the two stakeholders that we have for our needs are EPA and World Land and Trust. EPA is the Environmental Protection Agency, and because it's not only dealing with the actual leopard, we're also dealing with deforestation, which does involve the environment, so we also need to get them involved.
Everybody was kung fu fighting. Those kids were fast as lightning.
Hello, my name is Tyler, and I'm a professional ping pong player. But that's besides the point. I'm here to talk about the Caucasus area and how the plan will affect the culture and the local people. This will allow people in the local area to live their normal life. Now let's talk about a timeline following up with the plan. We have broken it down into 6 months, 1 year, 1.5 year, 2 years, and 10 years. In the first 6 months, we will be planning to put these laws and regulations into place. This including deforestation laws, poaching laws, and hunting laws. In the first whole year, military bases will get their amount of money from our stakeholders to not expand their military bases. In the following half year, we plan to have military posted around lakes and forests containing KBAs. In the 2-year mark, species will start to reproduce and gain population. Forests will also start to grow. In 10 years, we plan for sustainable jobs in the local community. Some to none, animals will be on the endangered list, and the forest will be back to normal.
Everybody was kung fu fighting. Those kids were fast as lightning. In fact, it was a little bit frightening, but they fought with expert timing. There were funky Chinamen from funky Chinatown. They were chopping